happening, YouTube? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. And remember, if you are new, don't be afraid to hit that sub button, show support to the channel, and also leave a comment. Definitely like to hear what people like to say, regarding if they agree with me or not, but it's good to interact with the listeners and to people that be checking out my video. So anyway, Obsidian coming out with a new RPG, supposed to be coming out sometime next year, which is cool. But also, this was really funny because I was watching a video off of Rand's channel talking about a cancellation, and it was an Obsidian game that was going to be an Xbox One launch title, but it got canned. Now, of course, I have a couple of issues, not with Rand's video, but with the timing of this. While the Xbox One X has got so much steam going right now, so much positive feedback from developers and from people in the industry in the know, it's kind of like, why would you bring up a game that got canceled 4 years later? Well, it probably had to do something with this new RPG that they're going to be working on, but it was kind of a trip to think that this was going to be a launch title. And because of the situations, I'll leave the link in the description, but about the game, but it was called Stormlands. But the thing of it that really trips me out is that it was going to be an MMO. It was going to be something, different. But this game wasn't going to sell. This game would have been done before it even came out. And I'll give you my reason why. The first 2 years of what the Xbox One's lineup, all those games got crucified. Even you know what I'm saying, there was people that liked these games, but it was kind of like a scarlet letter. You couldn't say that you thought these games were better than the PlayStation 4 because of the fact of the resolution. So you're talking about a game that was on an older engine, which was going to be on Unreal Engine 3. You're also talking about something that was supposed to be on the cloud, where nobody believed anything about the cloud. People still talk about they don't believe in the cloud. Then you have all the rhetoric, the hate, the DRM, everything about that game would have screamed disaster from the get, in my opinion, because of the fact of all the scrutiny that Xbox got in the beginning of those 2 years. Now, bringing it up now, it's interesting, like I said, but what's more interesting is that since we do have a dry spell of RPGs, could this be something that could be resurfaced? I doubt it, but this could be something that they could work with Obsidian again, because he was saying positive things about Xbox. He wasn't saying anything negative. He just said there were just too many hands in the pot, and there was too many people that were wanting to go different directions with the game that they had envisioned. And so tons of money got put into it, kind of like Scalebound, and then they just had to cancel. So really, I mean, don't know what they done with the assets, especially was on older tech anyway with the Unreal Engine 3. But the positive thing is that Xbox was working on other games. Plus, you have to put in consideration about this as well, is that when the turnover with the head of Microsoft plus the head of Xbox, all of those people were gone. They did this big turnover, and the fact that they had to change the image of the Xbox. So this game would have not lasted at all. This would have been kind of like this probably would have been the Quantum Break. While so many people dogged out Quantum Break, even though they probably haven't played it, which is an awesome game. And maybe this game would have been fire, but still, it would have died because it probably wouldn't have sold that well. Anyway, we're talking about an RPG. Not a lot of people get into a lot of RPGs unless there's certain RPGs like The Witcher or KOTOR, maybe Jade Empire, games like that. We're talking about something completely different. So again, it's intriguing. I mean, Xbox do have a dry spell, and they need to get that. They need to get it fixed, because really the only Xbox RPGs exclusive that we have are 360 games, which is Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey, which is embarrassing. I think there's more, but I mean, I can't think of any of them on the top of my head that are as good as those games. But I wanted to switch gears and go into another topic. It was something that I wanted to bring up in the GRG podcast. I didn't have enough time, but it was regarding PS4 digital sales and how much further up they have gone from year to year, and they were going over their top 20 in Europe and their top 20 in the United States. And man topped the list for last month with, you had Undertale and Super Hot, which were VR games. Also, like in Europe, Hellblade, Uncharted, Horizon Zero Dawn, Crash were in the top 5 for digital sales. And the question that I'm asking is, now have PlayStation owners now starting to come around? Because if you remember back in the beginning, it was about a hard copy and it was about the DRM. It was about, no, you can't force these type of digital games on us. We want our hard copy games, which was wild to me, because when that whole movement was going on, it was mostly PC YouTubers that were going on and making a big deal about this. And everybody else start following suit, even though if you play on PC, 99.9% of the games that you get are that are digital. So it's good to see that PlayStation fans are starting to come around. No, by no means I trust Sony, but I do trust PayPal. And 97% of the games that I own on the PlayStation 4 are digital, because of how Xbox makes it so easy. It's so much more convenient. It just looks like, it's just kind of like with digital music. There were so many people I remember going on, it's like, I'm keeping buying CDs, I'm going to keep buying cassettes. And then when digital music started really coming into its own, it was cheaper. Your stuff lasts longer, and you can preserve older. If you got vinyl, you could preserve that. And even if you got older CDs, you can still preserve that, and you can have a digital copy of that. So no, by no means I think that hard copy should ever go away. I think for people that likes to collect, and for like people that like midnight launches like I do for certain games, I think that those things are still sacred. But digital is the way to go. It's beneficial. I mean, I can remember seeing PlayStation 2 original OG Xbox games used as coasters because they were so scratched up and they didn't even work anymore. So it's a benefit each way, but I think that what Microsoft's vision was absolutely genius, but a lot of people didn't look at it because it was Microsoft, I suppose. I think that if the PlayStation people are coming around, which they seem to be, then it's a major positive for gaming, and for the fact that maybe we could start laying some things to rest in 2013, because Xbox is completely different from what they were in 2013. Plus, digital sales are awesome, especially on the PlayStation. Every week I'm always checking them out. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on everything. Everybody have a good day.